So again, I'm going to play you a TV ad, and you simply have to tell me which company advertises, which company is being advertised.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, lived a grandmother in an old house. Along with her lived her pet mouse. She and the mouse were best friends. They would do everything together. They would work together, and they would play together. They would even go to sleep together. But the grandmother had one problem. She had to read a new book every day. So every time the grandmother wanted to read something new, she would gently tap her finger over the mouse, and lo, books would magically appear at her doorstep.
So you need to download this pretty easy to a very well-known Indian company.
Flipkart.
That is right. This is Flipkart.com. So that's 10 points to Mustafa. Next question to Santa Cruz, which is this. Again, I'm going to play you a song. Maybe a little obscure song. You may not have heard of this. But who That's enough. So you all know what song is that. You know probably a lot of things about it. But who is its music director who basically should be responsible for the success of that song? Yes, Santa Cruz? Okay, that's too much time. There a pass? That is a pass, and this is not improved.
Ilayaraja.
Oh, Ilayaraja.
Rajnikant's daughter.
Not Rajnikant's daughter. Mustafa?
Aniruddha.
Aniruddha Ravishankar is his name. It was his debut song, his first song that or debut film anyway. And smashing debut. Ilayaraja is much older. So he could have done it as well, but in this case it was Aniruddha Ravishankar. And I gave it to Aniruddha because as with South Indian names, sometimes they only use the first name, they don't use the second name. It's only Aniruddha Ravishankar. So 10 points to Mustafa. Next question to Santa Cruz. So I'm going to play your film basically, and you just have to give me the name of the film. This is a sort of a new film that's doing the rounds on the festival circuit, and it's being written about a lot. I know it's not had a public release. You may have seen it. Okay, so simple name of the film. This is Santa Cruz. It's a new film. It is gone to Berlin and other places. So it's done the festival circuit and it's being talked about and raved about a lot. Just give me the name of the film. Santa Cruz. That's the pass. And was not Gattu. That is right. It is Gattu. Good answer. I think this was not a very easy one because it's not very well known. But good one, Tempo. You got 10 points there for Gattu. That is Gattu. And the last question in this round goes to Damodar. And you will get an audio. Again, I'm going to just play a voice. And you have to identify whose voice it is.
Well, if this person is feeling fulfilled, fine. It's whichever level of fulfillment you get. It's not that everybody must be at the Mount Everest. Some have a desire to climb 10 hills. Some have a desire to climb 20 hills. And somebody wants to still make the top. But if you really want to be only at the peak, that means if you really desire and you have a burning desire for that, then a whole strategy comes up. That means it's much harder sacrifice.
Okay, again, very well-known voice in the media a lot. Whose voice is this? You've definitely heard this voice on TV or anywhere else. Probably talking about a subject that is not directly related to what she does, but in a way indirectly related. Tamra?
Balkhadat.
Not Balkhada.
Kiran Bedi.
That is right. This is Kiran Bedi, so that gets you another 10 points. Kiran Bedi, I think the voice is pretty much unmistakable if you're familiar with it. So that's the end of round 3. We'll have a quick look at the scores before we get into that all important, in this case, buzzer round. Oh, very interesting scores. Sanitu's unfortunately still stuck on 10. Damodar have gone up slightly to 45. Vasantha and Deva has gone slightly to 65. But Mustafa and Aryan have got now a sizable lead. They are on 110. Good night to them. That's 80 points left in this quiz. And anything can happen. I think theoretically everybody's got a chance to win. But there's a huge gap between theory and practice. So let's see what happens. 8 questions on the buzzer. 10 points for every correct answer, minus 10 for every wrong answer. So this is the final round. At the end of 8 questions, hopefully we will have a winner. And if we don't, at the end of 8 questions, we'll ask a few more questions and get a winner. Okay, first question. A memorial to which former Prime Minister would you find in a town called Sri Perumbudur in Tamil Nadu? Who got there? Mustafa.
Rajiv Gandhi.
That is right. Rajiv Gandhi was, of course, assassinated in Sri Perumbudur, and there was a memorial at the spot where he was assassinated. So 10 points for Mustafa. Next question. Now, the Andaman Express is a train that runs from Jammu Tawi in the north to which other station? Nobody going for that? Kolkata. Not Kolkata. Who guess? Not Kanyakumari. Not Ernakulam. Chennai is the correct answer because Chennai is the closest spot to basically Andaman. Andaman Express doesn't actually go to Andaman, it goes to Chennai and then you take a boat to go to Andaman. So nobody gets points there. Next one. What alternative name for a tandoor, tandoor, comes from the name of a tribe in the Thar desert amongst whom it originated? There is another name for the tandoor. It's basically the name of the tribe that developed the tandoor. They used to call it something else. Nobody went? Okay, we'll pass the teams.
Kozhikode. No.
Kozhikode? No. It is a very simple name, it's the Bhatti. Bhatti, tandoor is also called a Bhatti, right? So Bhatti is the name of the tribe that used to use it. Okay, next question. This is question number 4. Which present day film actress, active today nowadays, is named after the 10th and final avatar of Vishnu? Okay, that's Mustafa that got there first.
Kalki Kochli.
That is right, it is Kalki Koechlin, or Koechlin, or how I pronounce. Kalki is basically the 10th avatar of Vishnu. So that's 10 more points to Mustafa. Next question. Which city's mass transit system, what a mass transit system is called Nama Metro? Okay, Bangalore got there first.
Bangalore.
And said Bangalore, and that is the correct answer. That gets you 10 points. And still 3 questions to go. Which member of parliament, in India obviously, recently became the first person of Anglo-Indian origin or descent to vote in a presidential election? Basically, there's never been a elected Anglo-Indian member so far. Only elected members vote. All the Anglo-Indian members have been nominated so far who don't vote. So, who became the first Anglo-Indian person to vote in a presidential election? Okay, I guess nobody's going for that. Anybody in the audience? There's only one well-known Anglo-Indian MP, and that is Derek O'Brien. Okay, second last question. So in yesterday's opening ceremony of the London Olympics, two songs by Indian composers were featured. One was by A.R. Rahman. Who was the other by? So Danny Boyle, who produced the whole thing, he used two songs by, he wanted to show multiculturalism in Britain. So he used two songs, one specifically composed by A.R. Rahman, a Punjabi song, and one song from an existing Hindi film, which was composed by some other music director. I guess it's a tough one if you didn't actually watch it. Okay, nobody going? Audience? Okay, this one was Ilayaraja. This was Ilayaraja. So, some song, I don't know which one. I think they mentioned which movie, but since I didn't see it. Okay, last question of this quiz, and by the looks of it, we are not going to have a tie, so this will be the last question of the quiz. The last question is, by law, what is the only textile, kind of fabric or textile, that an Indian flag used for official purposes can be made of? The last question goes to Dempo, and that is?
Khadi.
Khadi is the correct answer. All official flags can only be made of khadi, and that gives the last 10 points to Dempo. That brings us to the end of this quiz. We'll have a quick look at the scores and declare the winners. First, a big round of applause to the two teams that didn't make the final, Our Lady of Rosary High School and Sri Bhumika from Pariya Satri. Big hands to them. It's always been disappointing to miss out in the final, but there's always next time. And as they say, it doesn't really matter whether you win or not, as long as you participate in the right spirit. There are some people who say that. Some people say the only thing that matters is winning. Don't listen to those people. So, coming in fourth place. Oh, there's a tie. No, that's fine. Coming in fourth place is the team from Santa Cruz Higher Secondary with 10 points. And we have in fourth place. In third place are the team from Sri Ramadhan Higher Secondary Margaon. They ended up with 45 points. In third place. In second place, runner-up in this quiz, are the team from Basantao Dempo. They ended up with 85 finally. But in first place, the team I think which led from the beginning and didn't give up their lead till the end, and in fact increased their lead, are the team from Mustaf and Aryan. A big hand for them with 130 points. They will this quiz quite comfortably. And with that, we come to the end of this program.